Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy summer 2025. It's your guy Nate here, and welcome back to the channel, nature_nature. And on today's episode, we are going to be finally doing my full summer 2025 plant tour. And we're going to start out back, and as you can see, a few behind me are my aroids on moss pose. So let's get started. We've been waiting a while. I've been promising this video, so let's wait no longer and let's get started. I'm going to get you all a nice close-up view. All right,
Spring and
let's go.
summer. But yes, this is my Dracania. And down here, I tend to throw all of my struggling plants and propagations and stuff. This is the aglaonemia. This is my white knight bottom cut. This is my McCoy finale. If you look on my Instagram, you'll see how gorgeous she was. This is a base cut of a monstera I got upstairs. This is his first leaf. It's pushing out his second. This is my little succulent and cacti section. Not many, but I love them all. This is my Madagascar palm right here. I just love this palm. This is a cactus, a prickly pear or something like that. This is stag still on there. It's a upanita, a sunburst. This is my boyfriend's. He loves this damn thing. I love it too. She is prickly, and she's probably a lot. Definitely need to repot. These two definitely need to repot. This is another one. I actually got this as two cuttings that dropped off at Ace Hardware, and she's grown to this. I have an African milk tree. Every summer she pushes out these gorgeous leaves. They come with more light. In the fall, she drops them. It hasn't grown much for me, but I also um, haven't been taking care of my cactus and succulents like I do my aroids, but I'm going to get better with that and get them their own specialty um, nutrients and everything. I like using Schultz all purpose, so I think I'm going to try the Schultz cacti and succulent mix as well. Right here is my white bird of paradise, and this is it's two in here and it popped off, but this is the newest leaf on one of them. On the second one, it is pushing out a new one there, and it literally popped off last year, and is a pup here and there's a pup there, and they're both growing new leaves as well. Right here is my Hoya pubicalyx. I had this thing for so long. I need to do a video on it. It's one of the I only probably got like 3 or 4 Hoya, but this is the one I had the longest. Um, yeah, she definitely got torched because I put it in sun trying to get it to Batunkel. The new growth though definitely can withstand it. As you see, she is a little lighter. One of my favorite leaves is this gorgeous leaf right here. It got the splash on it with the red. I also have my snake plants in the crawl in a trellis, and it's a moonlight Shiriana. I can't remember the name of the other two, but yep, this is my Sansevierias. And right here is Oscar, the top cut, and next to it is the bottom cut. I did a massive cut not too long ago. No, probably a few weeks ago, because in the beginning of the season, I accidentally forgot to pull her back from the light, and the afternoon light destroyed her. Like, look at all this damage. A sunburn, sunburn, sunburn. But the newest leaf that it pushed out can withstand it. That's the good thing about them. They build up their own natural sunscreen. Next to her is my fiddle leaf fig that I had repotted at the beginning of the season, and since been out here, she too got scorched. You can see that on that leaf, but all of the leaves after, I'm gonna come around. But as you can see, all of these after are nice and green. They can withstand the heat. I just rotated it so she can lean the other way. Next to her in the corner is my pink princess, who, let me tell you, in the summer, she just throws up the biggest leaves with some of the most gorgeous variegation. I'm trying a new, um, another way to propagate it because it grew off the pole and I didn't extend it. I'm going to chop it and restart this. But I cut a grow pot and I cut it in half, filled it with substrate, and just put it around the roots. And yeah, she's been loving it. The new leaf is still hardening off. But yeah, and I did do some chops in between the stem down here at the bottom. You can see that. So I'll have some pink princess babies. And I can also take this moss pole and use it for something that can better use it, because I realized that the royal family of philodendron don't really utilize the moss pole the way I like it. Up here in my window is the belle of the ball. This is my mixed pot of syngonium. And every summer she gets put here in the window. Just look at those leaves. Look at that. Each one is different. Look at that. And through my journey, I realized everything doesn't have to go on a pole. I was trying this when it didn't work, but as soon as I put it in a basket, she started exploding. And she's trailing out. I'm going to cut her back and have some propagations of this. And she's definitely due for an up pot or a major just cut back because she's hanging off the pot. But I think I want to put another pot next to it and fill it with substrate and just let her crawl onto it and do it that way. I think that'll be an easier transition. And then if you come over here, we have my dumb cane. And it's called that because it's sap they used to use during torture. It numbs your mouth and it does some crazy stuff. But I've had this. This is also one of my first plants. I had it for years. It needs to definitely be upsized. It's in this tiny pot. But yeah, this is my baby. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Zoom that out for you. Next to her is a smaller one. And I'm getting this set up for my mom because every time she comes over, she sees Big Mama and she try to take it. But I told her I'll start her own. It is a lemon lime pothos. I've got a lemon lime. Underneath is a Manjula pothos and also a Epipremnum Baltic blue. One of two that I have. I have one climbing, but this is the mother plant of the one climbing. Underneath of that is my Monstera Peru. I took a lot of cuttings of this and put it in, and I'm starting to like it. She's filling out. I'm gonna take more cuttings and stuff them in. Under there, I believe this is the Pothos Snowdrift or Snow Queen is one of them. But I love her. I'm gonna get these. I'm going to start a Pothos wall of moss poles. This is my CB Blue, and this is cuttings from this is basically a mother plant, but I took a bunch of cuttings and I stuffed them in here, and yeah, they took very well. And one thing I realized about the CB Blue is that they love water, so keep them hydrated. All right, over here in this windowsill, I have some white night cuttings that are growing good. I brought them out this summer. Um, I'll put the name of this. I got this at a plant swap, and it was only like one leaf, and I chopped it up and put her in here, and she just went crazy. It's vining up there. I'm gonna cut that and make some wet sticks to get it started. Yeah, look at those roots. Yep. This is Flitter and Glorious. This is one that I grew from just cutting, no leaf or anything. It took forever, but I'm proud of it. I cut it back. I need to get it into some water. This was sold to me as a Glorious, the hybrid between the Gloriosum and I forgot the other one, but I think it took more of the Gloriosum's genetics because of the shape of the petiole, and it definitely loves to crawl. It just started growing back. This is the biggest of the newest leaf. There's two growth points in there. at this leaf. She is gorgeous. She loves it. She loved it out here this summer. Um, she was amazing. And then right here is my ficus ruby. She's not looking good. I need to repot it. As you can see down here, the roots are starting to come out of the pot. Yeah, she's definitely due for an upsize. And next to her is my decursiva. It's my Rhaphidophora decursiva. And I had this plant for a very long time too, but this year she's decided to start giving me a bunch of finished leaves. Up here, she's a quick, fast grower. She's pushing out this new leaf over here, and there's about 4 vines on here, so it's a full pole. Next to that is this is my philodendron squamiferum, one of my favorite philodendron, hardy, grows fast, huge. It's pushing out this new leaf. It's 2 plants on here. There's another one there, and let me back up so y'all can see her. Look at her, just gorgeous. And I love these red petioles, and they're not as fuzzy as the verrucosum, but it's fuzzy enough, and the red is so gorgeous. Next to that, right here on the pole, is my CB blue that I have climbing, and this year it took off. And down here you see how gradually increasing leaf size. There's another new leaf right there. There's 3 vines on this pole. 3 or 4. Yes, it's 3 on here because I wanted a nice full pole. And of course, I just threw as many vines as I could on there. The vine that's in the lead is looking amazing. Look at this newest leaf that's coming. And I forgot, down here is my Epipremnum albo vertigata. And this is my favorite leaf right here. This is gorgeous. But it just pushed out this one. Still giving those same gorgeous patterns. And this is the newest leaf. It's 2 vines on here. The second vine is also pushing out a new leaf. It's just gorgeous. Right here is a Summer Glory that I got at the plant swap last month. She's doing good. I need to up pot that as well. And next to here is my Serpent's bottom cut. I literally just cut this weekend. And I'm going to let it reshoot there. I got some cuttings and water and some wet sticks. So I'll be having some philodendron Serpent's chocolate babies coming soon to be sold because I've decided to start selling plants. So I'm excited. I have some in the propagation box. I'll be letting y'all see that. Right here is my Pothos Enjoy. And people say, oh, yeah, his leaves doesn't size up as big as the others, but it definitely is like all other Epipremnum and Pothos. It loves water, but if you give it a pole, the leaves definitely do start sizing up. Look at one of the leaves, but the newest leaf that it pushed out is right here. It's so creamy. And this is the next leaf that's coming out. It's just gorgeous. And it holds on, and it's white. It fades into like a creamy, like off-white color. Look at this leaf. And there's a few vines on here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 vines on here, and they're sharing it and loving it. Next to that is my golden Hawaiian Pothos that I gave it a nice haircut this past spring. It started out just no leaves at all stems, and she just loves it here. Pushed out this good. She pushed out all this nice variegation, and this variegation is definitely temperature and light dependent. Then down here is the base of my white wizard, and still not coming out super variegated, but we'll see. Down here is my golden goddess philodendron, one of my favorite philodendrons that I need to take better care of because I love how this neon color contrasts with the dark foliage. And yeah, There's a lot of vines in there. It's just crawling. It's doing whatever it wants. I let it do its thing. Next to this is another one of my favorite. I'm a philodendron lover. And this is my philodendron Florida green. And I had a video of when I think I did a chop and repot and everything. I did another chop because the growth that came after was very, very tiny, and I wanted nice big leaves again fast. So I did a cut, and this was the first leaf that is sent out. The second leaf that I was working on now is right here, and as you can see, it's definitely sizing up. And then it also has a new growth point, and this plant takes advantage of the moss pole so good. I threw the top cut of it in here. It's still alive. Oh, it looks like it's starting to try to root into the pole. So I'm gonna just let it do its thing. Next to it is a little jungle boogie cutting. Right here is another Hawaiian golden pothos. This is my best friend's mom's that I had made for her. I'll be giving it to her this fall when it's time to take it in the house. Next to that is my philodendron Brazil. This is a hang in a hanging basket. It literally didn't really have any great color until I set it here, and it gets west facing light, and it literally started pushing out this amazing, amazing color. Look at those leaves. Give it a focus. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, but look at these leaves. Underneath of that is my philodendron totem. I did a video on repotting this and it didn't like it. So I'm gonna just wait for it to continue to grow or reshoot, but that's that. Next to that is my philodendron meatoi. I love this one. It's just as vigorous and strong as the squamiferum. I have cuttings of this for sale as well. And it's about 2 or 3 vines on here. I like full poles because sometimes I like the 360 look, but yeah, I like full lush poles. And next to that is my very first Anthurium, which was a bird nest Anthurium, and I will do a whole video on this. This summer, she just exploded, shot out its first flower. There's pictures of it on my Instagram. This is the newest leaf. It's huge, so big. And above it is, I would say, probably my, I look one of my, I would say in the top 5 of my favorite plants of this summer, as far as growth. When I brought it, and this one is also, this is my philodendron Bob C. variegata. I got it from my local Ace Hardware. And this variegation is heat and light dependent as well. As you can see down here with the older leaves that were grown in the winter, they come out dark. They come out variegated as well, but it burns. It doesn't burn all the way in. I just chopped. I just chopped this one as well. And the great thing I realized about this is that it is a rooter. Like it sends out so many aerial roots. So I didn't have an issue. I wasn't real fussed about chopping it and thinking about any type of setbacks. All of the new leaves that it grew this year, this was its very first one. She was gorgeous. And then, yep. Was that it? No, sorry. That was last year. So the first leaf it gave me was this one. And then it pushed out this gorgeous, gorgeous leaf. And then the leaf after is this one. I just love the shape of it, how roughly it is, so flowy. It reminds me of like fabric. My mom sewed all with me growing up. My mom was a sewer. She made prom gowns. But yes, this is by far one of my favorite philodendron. I say very slept on. It's very worth it. Grows like a weed, especially in the summertime. Next to that is my Pothos Shangri-La. And there are also some variegated bits in here. Look at that variegation. So I've been taking pieces of the variegated stem and propagating it so I can get some variegated Shangri-La out there for you guys. Um, Next to that is a plant that I got at my very first plant swap that I did a potting and putting on a pole. This is my philodendron lupinum, and she's loving it out here. She's I would say, a somewhat slow grower, and sizing up, it seems to be taking a little while, but I think she's going to do well. Above her is one of my all-time favorite phillos. This is my philodendron hospinatum, also known as AKA philodendron silver sword, and I have three vines on here. This is the most mature, not mature, but the one that's taking the lead, and it's pushing out a new leaf. Look at that. And these leaves are huge. Like, look at this. That's a big leaf. I just love the shape. The second vine is right here. The newest leaf is here, nice and long. And the third one, she's down here. I'm waiting for them all to get onto the next moss pole, and I'm going to do a nice cut. But not sure. Let me move these out the way. But yep, the newest leaf of that one is right here. I just love it. She's good. She does good in the wintertime. One thing I did notice is that, and that I'm going to do this winter because it gets so dry, I'm definitely wrapping my moss poles into with some saran wrap to keep the roots growing, because she likes to root she roots really good, and I want to keep that up. Below her is my monstera elbow. Um, just got on a pole. It's the butt cut of my sis Jean's monstera elbow that I chopped up, and I've been taking care of for her. I added another one of the cuts in there, and I got her propagations right here for her. Just waiting to see what she wants to do with them. I know she's going to keep one and two, but the others may be for sale. So if you guys are interested, just let me know. And in the middle, I'm also taking care of her jungle mint, Noid. And when I first got it, it was only the one leaf, I believe. Yeah, it was just these two leaves. And since I had it, it's grown this gorgeous mint leaf. Look at that. Look at how minty that is. And this is the next leaf after. Look at that variegation. I just love these. Ugh, they just do something to me. Under here are some of my white wizard propagations, and I'm just looking to see which one I'm going to keep. I've just been checking the variegation, and also got more. I'll show those. Next, underneath of here is Jungle Boogie. This is my best friend Keenan's. I'm going to give it a nice little wooden stake for him. This is the top cut of my serpents. I forgot to take a picture of it last night because I did the chop a few days ago, and I had it just sitting on a pole. And literally, this plant was drooping, like all the way down there. And I potted it up last night in a rush because I thought it was going to die on me. Potted it up, and yeah, I woke up this morning, came outside. She was back perky. The growth point is looking good. I think this humidity and nice weather from August to like late September is going to do this plant amazing. I'm thinking about bringing all of my velvets out. Okay, I'm getting excited because I'm starting to rush. Let me slow down. So, where was I? Okay, next to my silver sword, I have my ring of fire. One of my favorite is a jungle boogie, but the jungle boogie variegated, and it's pushing out a leaf here. I don't know what happened here. I may have underwatered it, but it still has a new growth point, so I'm not worried about it. I'm going to get this onto a regular mesh pole. I start most of my aroids on closed back moss poles that I DIY them out of old grow pots. Yes. So this is my ring of fire, and there's two plants on here. One I got from um, Savannah out at Twisted Roots, which is this one. So Savannah, if you see this, this is the ring of fire that I got from you 2 years ago or a year ago. And then down here is another one that my boyfriend saw at Lidl. And he surprised it with me. And I was so excited because I wanted another one, and it's doing really good. Next to that is Primum Baltic Blue, but this is the one that I put on a pole. She's fully matured, and there's two vines on here. This is the second one. You see, it hasn't, it kind of reverted, but it's still growing. But this is how the leaves size up, and they just get bigger. Look at these leaves. Let me zoom out so you can see it. Look at these leaves. Can't tell me it doesn't get better. And I love how dark and blue they are. Its newest leaf is over here, just hanging out. I may, when I bring it in, I may put some twine on it to pull the petioles up because they definitely like to hang. And next to that one, let me put the leaves up, is Boogie. It's a solid green. Their nickname, like the crocodile philodendron or serrated, is a lot of different varieties. This is just a solid green. And when I first got it, I got it from Ace Hardware, my local, and it was a proven winner. It was labeled as a Ring of Fire, and I thought I had a Ring of Fire, but I didn't. But nonetheless, I fell in love with this plant. I love how when it gets mature, it also gets ruffly and it's serrated. Um, this is this door's leaf. Is the side this deciding? I'm gonna zoom in. See if y'all can see that. Let me see. It's trying to give me a flower. But I'm going to take that off because these flowers attract mealybugs, which intends attract ants, which I found out can also help pollinate philodendron. But I don't want any millies. And this is the third one. And next to the jungle boogie, solid green, is the golden crocodile. When I say I love this plant as well, you're going to hear that I love these plants so many times. But I love it because it hardens off to this nice light green, limeish green. But as it comes out like a reddish orange and it hardens off. It's so gorgeous. And this is on another one of my DIY poles I made out of a grow pot. I'll show it to you. So, yep, I just cut it down and I zip tied it together. And that's how I start most of my that's how I start most of my philodendron because it keeps the moss moist longer than these fully exposed poles, and it gives them a better chance. Down here is Timmy, my third Monstera constellation. And the reason I got this one was because I was hoping that it would continue to give off this half moon of full green and then speckled sides. It did it for two of the leaves. But nonetheless, these are the two leaves that I pushed out. No, I pushed out three leaves this summer. This was the first one this is the first leaf after putting it on the moss pole. Then it gave me this big mamma jamma. And then it pushed out this second big mamma jamma, still hardening off and a lot more fenestration, no holes yet. I love to watch it grow. And then down here is my moonlight philodendron. She's laying this way because I put another cup of soil around this one to aerolate it. So when I chop it, I can just repot it real fast without any setback. His newest leaf is right here. It comes out this amazing limey yellow lemony color, and it hardens off to this gorgeous green. And this moonlight comes from this because it gives like moonlight. And it pupped off. Has a nice pup down here that I'm excited to take out once I propagate this plant. Well, I may leave it in there. We'll see. And over here is my propagations of plants for sale. I have some Florida green cuttings. I have a vericosum. I have some Siltepecana, El Salvador's down here. I have some Syngonium, also a jungle boogie, and also some white knights. That's it for all of my. Oh no, it's not it for all of my plants that I'm growing outside. Forgot. Up here is my jungle cactus. It is the I think it's called the volcano or fire or something like that. But I had that for a very long time. I just let it do whatever it wants. I love its wonky growth pattern. It looks like octopus, squid, look like jellyfish tentacles. That's what it looks like. Love it. And then over here is my goldfish plant, variegated. She's in bloom. I need to chop it up and restart it because some of the vines on the back perished, but I'm going to just chop it up. It roots very, very fast. It's a great grower, so not worried about it. I'll do a whole video on that as well. And I also have, this is my very first air plant, and she looks like a swid. My sister Jean gave it to me, and her name is Octavia, and she's on this gorgeous bedazzled chain. So this is Octavia, my air plant. All right, we're inside. This is the vestibule. This is how it looks in the summer. Bunch of propagations. Um, these are some El Choco Reds props. I'm going to chop this up and make wet sticks. I got some more of the golden goddess philodendron. Got some of that snowdrift or the snow queen Pothos over here. Got some lemon lime cuttings. This is I made me a basket of the El Salvador. Um, there are these are the Monstera, not Monstera. These are the Epipremnum elbow cuttings. That's another snowdrift or snow queen. These are the Shangri-La cuttings in this gorgeous propagation unit that my bosses got me for Christmas. I got some Syngodium cuttings that I got from the last month plant swap that I'm going to get potted up, and also a I'm not sure if that's a monstera. It's one of those holy leaf plants. I don't know the name of them. Very first time I'm getting one. I also up here is a. Let me bring it down. Ooh, it was attached to the blind. So this right here is my mixed basket of Hoya, Crimson Queen, and Princess. And something is speckling. I don't think I put a pubic calyx in here, but there may be a pubic calyx. But she's sun stressing. I keep her right underneath of this grow light. And I got these off of Amazon. If I find a link, I'll link them in there. This is my Anthurium Vichii, and this is it's a leaf. Look how good it is. The leaf right there that's next to it with the crispy end, it had very great potential, but I had forgot it outside when the July heat wave started, and it did not like that heat. So I brought it back in, and as soon as I brought it back in, it's about 2 or 3 growth points in here. It threw out this leaf on the smallest growth point, and then this came out of nowhere, and I'm just surprised, still hardening off. Um, Over here is my variegated string of hearts that needs, no, it's watered. This is her, and I gave her a haircut not too long ago, and I got a bin of propagations of that I'll be making small pots for you guys as well. This is my sister Jean's. This is hers. I started her one, and it's starting to trail over. Look at that. Okay. I'm also, and this is a philodendron caramel marble that my sister Jean brought over for me to look after. I still got them. I'm gonna put it on a moss pole a little. Look at this. Look how pretty she is. Now, this is why I believe the hype. Look how gorgeous she is. Look at this leaf. This is the first leaf that grew in my care. And then this is the second. And there's 2 vines in here. There's a smaller one. The smaller one has the smaller one is down here, and I'm going to put this on a moss pole this I think this week. Well, I may just wait till after this leaf. I say saying that, but I'm going to get this on a pole soon. I have my Hoya, oops, dripping water. This is a Hoya. This is my Hoya. That's a Hoya Sunrise that my sister Jean gave me, and it has the cutest Scorpio gnome in there. Look at that. I'm a Scorpio. And there's a crinkle 8 in here cutting, a leaf cutting. It's rooted. And there was another one in here, but you see it didn't do too well. But we're going to put that back. Right here are some Rhaphidophora decursiva babies. These are the cuttings of the serpents that I took. And there's also a cutting of the Bobsea in here as well. Next to that is a Burley Marks flame that I need to get on a pole ASAP. She is dry as well, so she needs a good watering. I'm gonna give it a water right after this. This is another air plant. I got this from Stem and Vine. It's a black-owned plant shop here in Baltimore. I believe all their plants derive from Africa. And here are some Serpent's wet sticks and the variegated stringer heart cuttings in there as well. And they're very well rooted. In this prop box, I have my variegated stringer pearls. There's a mystery Anthurium that I got at the last plant swap. There's a varicosum. I got some white knight, about 2 or 3 white knight nodes in there. Also, I can't remember the name of these particular philodendron, but they're also a climbing philodendron that I can't wait to get on a pole. I will put the name of them on the screen, as well as all the other plants as well. And right here is our money tree. And I just repotted it last weekend. It was in, I just threw it in some, I think it was an all peat, but I gave it a nice chunky aroid mix. And since I did that, it's been bounced. The color has been deeper and richer. And let's see, is any, yep. And pushing out new babies. They start off so small. Let me zoom in there. Look how small that is. Don't mind that cat hair. All right, here in my bedroom, here goes my El Choco. Didn't really do much this summer, but yeah, it happens. I kind of neglected some of these plants in here this summer. That's why I said next summer I think I'm gonna just put them all outside. Um, but this is my Choco. She's still growing. That's our growth point is over there. Next to her, next to him is this is Cosmo, my big boy Ty. This is his newest leaf right here that I'm holding on to. Just big and gorgeous, living his best life. Zoom that out for you. And I just got 2 grow bulbs pointing towards him. And next to him is my big, beautiful Billy Etier. And this is Billy. Pull this back. That's Billy. And I tied all her leaves to give this front facing view. Her newest leaf is right here, still hardening off. And I did a video, if you all would check that out for me and look at that, of me, I think I did some pole maintenance of her and stuff like that, showing you how I tie the petioles up to the pole. And the way I get these leaves to fall forward, I pulled the lights back in front, and I have my lights up on there. And so, yeah, one of my favorite plants. I was so excited when I got this plant. It was on my wish list for so long. And it's because look at these orange petioles. Just gorgeous. A nice contrast to the green, and then this bright green mid red. Disgusting. This is one of my big babies. I literally just chopped her because it's getting too tall, and it's hard to keep a pole moist of this height. His newest growth point is there. This was his newest leaf, still somewhat hardening off. And I did just chop this one as well. Excuse me, to these big leaves. There's two vines on here actually. This is the smaller one. But the cut that I put in is right there. So this is the second pole. I'm gonna just take this off and pot that into a new medium. I'm gonna do that this weekend, um, or this week, or this weekend, or one day soon. I'm gonna do a whole video on this plant. But until then, if you all want to check out my video from a few years, one of my earlier videos, when I first got this baby and put it on his very first moss pole, so you can see where it started at to where it came. Yeah, so she definitely put out some big leaves over the years, and these leaves are old. They're about 2 years old, or a year old or so. Over here is my varicosum. Once again, damn near at the top. It grows super fast, and I wrapped this whole pole to try to promote the more aerial roots into the pole, because I plan to chop it. It's three poles. I plan to chop all in between each pole, and the base and the top I made no, the top in the middle section I am going to probably pot up together to get two vines on there, and then the base I will just chop and leave on there to reshoot. Right is here is my philodendron soderoy. We had a tumultuous journey. She had that soderoy virus that came out, but I stuck with it. It kept dying back, dying back. Eventually, it was three vines, only one survived. This is his newest leaf. She's sizing up so nicely. And you can somewhat see the silver in this plant on this new leaf, but you can definitely see it on the leaf before. Look at that silver. And this heart leaf has some perfect heart leaves. Turn her back around. And in here, so this is going to be basically where all the plants are going to go at when they come back in. We have, here go Wanda. And Wanda, she's a crazy girl. Well, she's highly variegated, hence all of the browning on these leaves. But she tends to hold on to the color for a very long time. These were the two leaves that she grew right after the repot. And this one, I love it. And I love Wanda because of how dramatic her leaves are. Like, they're very curly, just odd shape. I just love how curly they are. And down here is another monstera, a solid green. I love my monsteras, but this is his newest leaf after I chopped it. I'll go ahead and turn this light on for them since it's cloudy. Yep, that's how they look. All right, in this room, I have my alocasia, some alocasia. This is the alocasia, I think it's the poly. I think that's what it is. Um, and I don't think that is. I'll put the name of it on the screen. This is a Noah Sansevieria in a little owl pot. This is the regular solid green Philodendron heleraceum, just trailing. Up here is my another Anthurium. I love this little girl. Got it from the plant swap from Thelma, and it is a Magnificum exceranii. And I also had another basket of Pothos. This is the Alocasia Watso. I think it's the Watsani or something like that. Yes, I think it's the Watsani. This is his newest leaf. And look at the roots in here. I just potted it into another bigger cup, and the roots is rooting. Okay. Some of my favorite plants are spider plants. This is a solid green that I got from my sis Tony at work. He gave me one from his mom's collection, and it's been doing great. It has a bunch of pups on here that I'm going to take off and make no babies with, baby plants. Right here is the variegated spider plant. also popping off. I'll step back so y'all can see how they look on this table. I just love when they look like this. And they're, yes, in Halloween buckets because I like them to smile at me. Look at that. It's gorgeous.